Falcons. Younghoe Koo all set to do the honors, and we are underway from Atlanta. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. First carry for James Conner. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Here's Conner again. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Murray getting this complete to Conner. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big game downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short game.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And complete to Zach Ertz. They find some open field here. On the move past the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Murray a give. This is Conner. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-point sequence there. You force the incompletion with a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you're not trying to defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
It's Williams on the catch. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. This is Conner running right. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Again, running right is Conner. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9. It's a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way. We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Murray on the sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 1 yard is the gain. And the Cardinals are going to have it now, 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Cardinals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ridder gets them ready at their 25-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game. Sure.
Cordarrelle Patterson. Touchdown, Falcons.
When they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. We are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And some room to run now. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 27-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. They run behind center with Connor. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. They'll run here with Connor. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Two things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, It's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. The coverage good. The pressure good. Leads to the sack. And it's third and goal.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over once again. And they'll have it on 8-yard line. Charles, the one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You can be precise with your throws down there in the red zone. Now it goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
On first down, going back to Patterson. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. The Falcons at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
On second down, a run with Patterson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On play action, they'll throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First and 10, it's Patterson. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
I'll give him credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then executed.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go again with Patterson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
First down run for Connor, not going to get much, maybe a yard, 2nd down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the counter, it's Connor. 92 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Connor up the middle. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And the Cards going to call another timeout there second. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 40 to yard. They'll try and run forward with Conner. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Murray sets to throw on 4th. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
This offense has a lot of weapons, but you know they like to look Conner's way down here near the end zone. He's got that rugged running style, and that's a nice job there to hold him to a short pickup.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
I like him upsetting this defense because their coverage has been playing a shutdown level so far, even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep him out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Prater's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline. Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Second and 14. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more.
He's got a man complete. And they work this well on the field across the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 27. He's going to try and take off with it. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think we can make this one pretty simple. That was a rookie mistake made by the rookie quarterback, trying to force a pass without really using proper mechanics.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So they'll come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter. Only 3, but it does John Beaver.
Yeah, that has to be John Beaver. That touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the 2nd half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat-trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But you got to do it in your own minute.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
The lessons will continue, but this rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, this game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
3rd quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. On the handoff, Connor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That was a nicely run slant route. And what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it up, usually up to about 3 to 4 steps and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Murray has got it to Williams. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
That's a good ball play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't really get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Here's a handoff to Connor. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 131 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Again, a run with Connor. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're only getting 5 out of it, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them with some of the blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield. He didn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
So here comes the veteran Matt Prater in a big spot in this ballgame. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Prater's kick is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Okay, great.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Straight ahead, Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. Complete. The 30. 10. 5. Touchdown. Falcons. Bryan Edwards. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Extra point by Crew would have been good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. From the 29, Murray. Zach Ertz has it complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
46-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Murray getting this out wide to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
On the run is Connor, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Connor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. It'll be Murray on the keeper. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Now Murray's got to have this this one. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
He's back to throw.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
That's pretty difficult to sum up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll look to throw.
That's caught by Pitts. On the move past the 40.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down. They'll look to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
2nd down and 3.
Back to throw.
Another completion right back to Patterson.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
But how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Back to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Steps away. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And that is no good. Wide to the right. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Pressure kick, and I thought he was going to hit it. I thought we were destined for overtime, but not the case.
Not at all. And They were already planning for the overtime you just mentioned, already saying, okay, what are we going to do if we get the ball? What happens on defense? Instead of that celebration and that little bit of euphoria, it turned into letdown city.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer Tim Caron said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.
So for the Cards, they'll hit double digits with their 10th win of the year.